Back in your life on this Monday, August 28, 2018. I think someone got an email or something there. Those little like, boom. But we are back, and it's great to be here. Hello again, everyone. I'm Ariel Helwani. Welcome back to the program. Welcome inside our New York City studio. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Hope you are enjoying the final days of summer here in North America, at least if you're joining us from Australia or something. You're probably getting ready for the summer, and I'm very jealous of you. But here it is winding down. Everyone's going back to school. Oh, as my voice pops up here on my computer, everyone is getting ready for school. Everyone's getting ready to get back to their normal routine. MMA, great weekend, great week. A lot has happened in the world of MMA since we last spoke. Ton of news pertaining to UFC 229. Main events have been announced. Fighters have fallen off cards, added to cards. So much going on. Of course, the UFC was back in Nebraska. Their 3-week hiatus over on Saturday. And what a fun card it was. Justin Gaethje knocking out James Vick in the first round. What a phenomenal finish that was. Some great performances all over the card. And you'll recall last week, I said that this card is UFC Fight Night Redemption. They weren't calling it that, but that's what I was dubbing it. A lot of fighters who are coming off disappointing losses were going to get back on the horse on Saturday. That's what I predicted, and that's what happened. In particular, on Wednesday's show with Chael, I highlighted 3 people that I was kind of having a feeling would show up big. Eric Anders, Mickey Gall, Joanne Calderwood, all with big performances, all with great finishes on Saturday, but there were other great performances as well. I told you about Gaethje, Michael Johnson with a big win, back on track, and a whole host of others as well. So we will talk about Lincoln throughout this card. We'll talk to some of the big winners, talk a little 229, of course, with Anthony Pettis. Here's the rundown, and then we'll get to our first guest of the day who is standing by. I'm very much looking forward to talking to this individual, and I'm told that he actually has a bone to pick with me. By the way, after the show is over, on iTunes, YouTube, those usual places, we'll have a post show with New York Rick, answer some of your questions, talk about the lines and whatnot. So we have a jam-packed, fun day planned for all of you. All right, here's the lineup. At 4 o'clock, Jake Ellenberger will join us. He retired on Saturday after a great career. He lost to Bam Bam Barberina. You see, it's kind of over there. The lunchbox is over there. Great win for Bam Bam, and that is it for the Juggernaut. So we'll talk to Jake about retiring and where he goes from here. At 3:45, we'll be joined by Michael Chandler, who re-signed with Bellator last week. Big news for him. He's not going to the UFC. He's sticking around with Bellator. In many respects, the face of Bellator, and he's been that way for a long time. So we'll talk to him about the decision to stick around with Bellator. At 3:30, we'll talk to Mickey Gall about his win against George Sullivan, getting back on track, and his bizarre call-out afterwards. Jimmy Rivera will stop by. First time I talked to him since his knockout loss to Marlon Moraes in June. He returns at the next UFC show. That's 228 in a couple of weeks in Dallas. Jimmy Manuwa is fighting in a big fight against Thiago Santos at the end of September. However, he's coming on the show today to talk about the most talked about fight of the weekend, and that was the KSI Logan Paul boxing match in Manchester. He was there ringside, and I can't wait to hear his take on the whole damn thing. If you haven't heard about that, where have you been? Tyron Woodley will stop by, talk about headlining 228. Cajun Johnson, what's going on with him? They booked him in another fight in Russia against Rustam Khabilov. And I have a feeling I know what's going on, but I'd love to get his take on it all. So we'll talk to him about that. Bryce Mitchell, who you may have heard about last week, had a horrific accident in his pants with a drill. I mean, it's just the worst thing in the world. The bloody undergarments, just horrible. And he will be joining us at 2:05 to talk about that in his first interview since he ripped up his nutsack, and it's just hard to even think about. I had a hard time with the unicorn fractured testicles. You remember all that with Devin Powell? I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with this one. Anthony Pettis will stop by at 1:50, and he'll talk about now fighting Tony Ferguson at 229. Looking forward to that. And Ferguson had some weird comments about him, so I'm curious to see what that's all about. Eric Anders at 135. Joanne Calderwood at 120. JoJo 2.0 with the big win against Kalindra Faria. But first, let us go to the Skype machine and say hello to our first guest of the day, the man who closed the show in emphatic fashion, the man who came back with a vengeance on Saturday, knocking out James Vick, proving his point that he is here to stay, that he is still one of the top 155ers in the world, I should say, our good friend and a man who I'm not sure if he considers me a good pal at the moment. The highlight, Justin Gaethje. Wow, look at that Skype connection. That is crystal clear. Where are you, Justin, right now?
The Onyx building.
Wow, this is incredible. This is
our meeting room.
wow. Who's
I
that?
wish I could show you the whole spot. It's freaking amazing.
Who's that? Who's that person in back of you? Who's that picture of?
That's Rashad.
Oh, wow. And what is Onyx?
Onyx is the sports company or sports equipment company that Trevor owns, Trevor Wittman. We
Okay.
have boxing gloves. Premium boxing gloves, the most premium boxing gloves on the market.
Well,
A lot of people are wearing them right now. It's about to go big. Everybody's going to be in a pair here soon.
well, let me tell you.
Headgear. We got shin guard combination. All about technology. He's got technology in this equipment. Mostly the strapping system adds a lot more structure to your hand.
Well, let me tell you. Not only do they have amazing equipment, it sounds like they have amazing Skype connection as well, or internet connection, I should say. So kudos to the guys over at Onyx, and thank you for doing this, Justin. Should we address the elephant in the room right off the bat? I am told that you are mad at me. Why are you mad at me, Justin?
Who told you that?
Sources.
Oh.
Is that not true?
Man, no, I'm just. I told somebody you need to pick a side, man. Are you on the good side or the bad side?
What do you mean? Who's the good side? Who's the bad side? I don't know what you're referring to.
I mean, there's good people and bad people, man. Which side are you on?
I'd like to think I'm on the good side.
Me too. Me too. I was just, hey, first, before I even comment what I was mad at you about, I watched Gallagher's, after he lost his interview with you, and I definitely got to commend him for that. But during your interview, if you're on the good side, you pretty much have to say, when you carry yourself like that, you kind of deserve all the shit that you're getting.
I see.
But then you go and throw fighters like me that did comment on it and say, "Oh, what do you think about these guys saying, you shouldn't have, talking shit to a 21-year-old kid?"
Okay,
No.
I actually didn't hear, I didn't see or hear you talk about him, so I wasn't referring to you. If I'm being 100% honest, you may not believe me. It's true. I just felt like, hey, this guy lost. We all lose. Everyone loses in life, and it just felt like
100%.
the hate that he received was a little much. And let's be honest, the win was only big because of all the trash that he talked, right?
No, even you smiled when he got knocked.
Then stop it. By the way, are you hearing your feedback when you speak? Is this bothering you?
Yeah.
If you lower your volume a little bit, I think you'll eliminate that.
I tried that already.
Yeah, and it didn't work?
No.
That's weird. Is it working better
That's
now?
better.
Yeah?
Sounds like your mouth's just way too close to the thing, and you need to figure this video thing out. I'm sure you've heard that.
Yeah.
Again.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay. So we've cleared the air. That's all good. I told you yesterday I don't want to live in a world where Justin Gaethje is mad at me, and so I'm happy I don't live in that world. Congratulations.
I'm not mad at you.
Thank you, my man. Congratulations on the win. Considering what happened in the last two fights, considering all the talk about, he needs to change his style, he needs to adapt, I would imagine that was one of the more gratifying wins of your life, of your career. Is that accurate?
Yeah, more so just coming off two losses. It was very gratifying for me and my coaches, my family. We deserved a quick one.
And did you feel more pressure than normal going into this fight because of that, because of the losing streak? Did you feel like there were more nerves?
No, I didn't. Honestly, I mean, I did not let it affect me. I mean, I worked very hard not to let it affect me. It definitely, crept into my mind a couple times. But at the end of the day, I'll always live by you control the things you can control, or you let your mind worry about things you can control. You cannot control a lot of things in life, and then especially in the fight game. So preparation was there. I have the best coach in the world. I don't even know what we're working on. And then, come fight night, I got my feet there, and I was like, dude, we've been working on this for 12 weeks, and I didn't know. So it was amazing.
Did you see that video that emerged yesterday? It's more of a GIF than a video of your whole corner reacting, exploding when you knocked him out. But Whitman was the only guy like he was watching two birds eat a piece of bread at the park. Like he was just like, yeah, I expected this. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it. But I mean, Trevor's he's a world-class coach. He's been coaching world-class fighters for a very long time. He knows, there's all the joy I'm feeling right now. Vic's sitting over there, asleep, and his health is on the line. So that's his main concern because he knows it could always be us, and
Right.
He's just a world-class coach.
I really appreciated afterwards that you said that you took his words to heart, that you took them personally. A lot of times after a fight, people are like, "Oh, that's just for promotion, all good," but he said things that really bothered you, right? And it sounded like those words fueled you.
No, I mean, yeah, it fuels me. I didn't take them personally. Like, they didn't make me cry. I didn't lose sleep at night. But, a little fire under your ass. I take that, and it goes a long ways. And I really want to knock him out for all of it.
Did you feel differently about the things that he said? Is it still bothering you, by the way, the feedback?
No, I'm good.
You're good.
I can deal with
Okay. Did you feel like, were you more fired up than usual? Like, did he say anything that really got under your skin?
No, I was so calm in there. No matter what it said, we have to, as long as he makes it to the fight and I make it to the fight healthy, we make weight, we get to fight each other. None of that means anymore. I really, that night I was so calm. I was so ready. Didn't really think about James at all until I got in there, and couldn't wait to see the look of death on his face. He was so terrified, and I loved it.
You noticed that?
Well, once I'm telling you, my feet. He was stuck in this. He was in a bad spot right away. As soon as he got on his heels, my feet cut him off. I cut him off 10 different times, and he was trying to get out of that corner. And yeah, my feet just killed him. And if you go back and watch that fight, you just watch my feet alone. That's what I wanted.
A lot of people I saw note that he looked a little nervous, like walking out, that he seemed a little bit, I don't know, the moment maybe was getting to him or whatnot. When you guys were staring at each other across the cage, could you tell that the moment was getting to him?
No, he was ready. He was confident. He's practiced a lot of times to be in that moment. We all know if you're gonna bitch up in that moment, then you wouldn't be there in the first place. Leaving your locker room takes more guts than sitting there and starting the fight. Once the fight starts, it's over. So there's just less anticipation at that point.
I remember talking to you after your last fight against Dustin, and the big narrative was Justin Gaethje needs to change his style. He needs to take less damage. He needs to try to move his head. He needs to try to be a smarter fighter. Did you do anything different in this training camp? We didn't get to see much of you out there, of course, but did you change your style at all? Did you ever have that conversation with your coaches?
Yeah, I think you watched my fight. It was a minute and 20 seconds long, and you saw a patient fighter. I was patient with my feet. I didn't go out there. I threw 4 punches. Usually by that point, I would have thrown at least 20 strikes. I was much more calm. I knew I was fighting patient, and I really felt like I made leaps and bounds in that department.
Does this mean we're about to see, like, let's say your next fight goes 13 minutes, 12 minutes. Are we going to see, if this was a longer fight, are we going to see a different Justin Gaethje now, a more patient Justin Gaethje?
Who knows? I did good for a minute and 20 seconds. I don't know how long I can keep it up.
Fair enough. How many times have you watched that knockout? Because the visual of him being so tall, kind of crumpling down, is quite the scene. Have you admired it a lot over the last 24 hours?
Yeah, I have.
It was. I don't know what was more impressive, the knockout or you like flipping and flopping around with the celebration. It was almost like you were like a fish out of water. You were so excited. I always get so nervous when you do that. I'm always afraid that you're gonna injure yourself. It was a little more excited than usual, it felt.
I think the stupidest thing James said before the fight was, "I'm not athletic."
Ah, yes. So was that a point that you were trying to prove?
No, I was gonna. Hey, if I get a sweet knockout, I'm backflipping over you, on you. I can't control my emotions. I live for that moment.
Who are you talking to? It sounded, or pointing to someone outside of the cage. Who are you pointing to or talking to?
I was on fire. I was talking to anybody that looked me in the eye.
So there wasn't someone in particular?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure I got into it with one of his coaches. It was my fault.
What happened?
I was being disrespectful.
What happened?
Hey, I took, like I said, you stand by what your fighter says, so I wasn't happy with his coaches either.
What'd you say?
I don't remember.
Okay. And so then after the fight, you're happy. And of course, this is the way it always is. What's next? Who's next? That's one thing. I used to be a big proponent for this. I'd like for this to be eliminated from Saturday night. I don't think you should ever ask who's next. If the fighter wants to do it on his own, great. But I don't think you should be allowed to enjoy your moment. But of course, you're asked who's next. And even Paul Felder is standing there. And you made a joke about it. Is he actually on your radar? Is this someone that you actually want to fight?
No. I was in the locker room watching the fights, and I remember the other commentator brought up the fact that he was supposed to fight James.
Yeah.
He was like, "I'll still fight James. I'd fight Justin." And so I just heard that when I was back there, and I laughed.
Okay.
And then I remembered it when I was, at the end of the interview.
Your team has told me that they like that you take long breaks in between your fights, 5-6 months. But considering you took 0 damage in this one, is it fair to say that you'd like to return sooner rather than later?
I don't know. We'll see. Still too soon.
Okay.
I love what I do. I love it. I am uninjured. I am in shape. So there's a lot of lightweight fights coming up. If someone gets hurt, I would need to know at least 5 or 6 weeks out. But who knows?
Do you have a premonition?
I fight for money.
Yeah.
I fight for money, and I like to do that. I'm not going to be young forever.
How many fights you have left on? That was your 4th fight. How many more on this deal?
I don't know.
What's that smile?
Of course I know.
Oh.
I'll figure it out.
Why can't you tell us? Why is it so secret?
That's my business.
No, I'm asking you how much you make. I'm just asking how many fights left.
That's kind of the same question.
Is it?
Pretty much.
Did you just hang up on me? Oh, now you're
No,
back.
no.
Okay. But is there Kevin Lee? Did you see him tweet about you?
Yeah.
Do
How'd you take that?
He said that this is a money fight. Basically, he had a lot of money emojis.
That's how you took it?
Yeah. Why? How did you take
I
it?
thought he was saying, congratulations, you just made a shit ton of money.
No, there's no way he said that. He was saying, "Let's fight. It'll make money."
Oh, Ariel, you instigator.
What? You really thought that he was like congratulating you on making money?
I didn't. I have a couple different interpretations of what it could mean, but there's more than 2, I believe.
Really? Interesting.
But
Kevin Lee.
I liked it.
Iaquinta.
I said thank you, thank you, James, or thank you. I did make a lot that fight. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I'm fairly confident that's not what he was referring to.
I'm pretty sure too, Ariel.
Yeah. Kevin Lee, Iaquinta, do you want that one back? Iaquinta?
No.
That one you're pretty sure.
He
of.
wants the Kevin Lee fight, but I'll take it before him. He don't get it.
Oh, wow. So that's the one you want most, Kevin Lee?
I mean, I don't care. Whoever wants it. Who wants it?
Yeah.
You tell me.
Khabib's giving you props. Ferguson Pettis. I'm assuming you'll be at 229 to watch that one. Conor, I remember, gave you props after the Michael Johnson fight.
I'm pretty sure the UFC is not giving away any tickets to that fight.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to pay over $1,000 for a ticket.
Who's your pick?
I don't know. Too far out to
Okay.
give a pick.
Okay. Any golf plan for this week? How are we going to relax? Come down from the high.
Oh, definitely go. Hopefully today. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully Thursday. Hopefully Sunday.
Jeez. All right. This is great.
I got to do a lot here at Onyx. I've had a bunch of orders I need to take care of.
Okay. Well, life is good.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Gloves are moving. I'm selling these T-shirts.
Yeah.
And hats.
Where can people get them? Onyx.com?
Officialgaethje.com. If you want to get the best gloves in the world, go to onyxsports.com.
Okay. I'm reminded of Roy Jones Jr., who once said, "Y'all must have forgot." That's what I was thinking about on Saturday night. Y'all must have forgot who Justin Gaethje is and what he can do in there. They celebrated your demise a little too quickly, my friend, and you reminded them on Saturday. Well done.
They forgot why we love this sport. Can change with one punch.
That's right. Justin? Yes.
Hey, onyxsports.com, get the best gloves. We also have a monthly option. It's $31 a month, 1-year warranty. Anything goes wrong with the gloves, we send you a brand new pair. I promise you they're the best gloves on the market, the best premium pair of gloves. Made by Trevor Wittman, the best coach in the world.
Yes.
Believe it.
A front runner for Coach of the Year 2018, I do believe. Congratulations to you and the team, Justin. Thank you very much for doing this. Thank you for bringing your phenomenal internet connection to our show as well. And I'm glad that we have cleared things up, made amends again. I think the world of you, my friend.
You didn't pick a side. I still don't know where you sit on this.
I don't even know what the side is.
The good or bad side, Ariel. If someone acts like that, you got to call. You can't sit there and baby him after you do the words. You saw his actions.
Yeah.
You can't defend. If you're on the good side, you don't defend those actions.
I didn't defend the actions. I defended the idea.
You played the middle there. You sit on the fence.
And by the way, isn't that what my job is? I'm supposed to be on the fence. I'm supposed to be in the middle.
Not really.
Don't we want unbiased media?
Yeah, but I would also like truth.
Okay. All right. Well, he went overboard, and look, he got caught, and now we'll see what happens when he comes back. How about that?
Hey, I'll be watching. He's damn right.
All right. There you go.
Later.
Thanks, Justin. Talk to you soon. There he is, Justin Gaethje stopping by. Appreciate him coming on, and congratulations to him on the big win.